Okay, so now I'm making a washi tape. Make your own washi tape. Now I picked out 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different pretty papers that I have. Digital papers. I've got them from a number of places. Daily Digi is a great place. Like I think I subscribed for a month or two and grabbed all their papers. And oh my goodness, such pretty papers. And I would suggest, you know, if you're looking for digital papers, that's a good place to go. So I have a variety of colors. Now, because we're going to be doing this with masking tape, it's important to pick prints that'll look good where the white will actually be a beige. So all of these seem to me that either, like this light blue, you won't see the beige because it's going to be colored blue. But this white in the leaves of the rose and the petals of the rose, that's going to be beige. Now the white in here will be a lighter beige, so that'll look good. So anyway, I hope they all look good on the masking tape. So the process is, what we're gonna do is on a piece of, this is acetate. Now it's Staples acetate, and basically I got 100 sheets, and it's quite expensive. It's not cheap, but I was doing it for a craft with windows, and I bought it, and this is not the type, it says copier transparency film. It is not the type that works on in the printer. So if you print just on the plastic, what you're going to get is a smudgy mess. That's how I could best describe it. It's a technical term. All right, so what we're going to do is I printed out this, and it's going to be in the, if you're looking at this video on my blog, it'll be in the bottom, and if you're on YouTube, it'll be in the show more section. So basically this is just a PDF, and what I'm going to get you to do is put the plastic on top, and we're going to do a bit of a tacky tape just to keep it in place. And then what we're going to do is, yeah, just get the very edge, I guess, is the right thing to do. Because we're going to be putting masking tape on top of this. And then we're going to run it through the printer. And that will run it through the printer with the masking tape on top of the transparency film, and you will get a pretty set of washi tape. All right, so I'm gonna go get my masking tape and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I have my glue page, and basically my glue page is just a piece of cardstock laminated. And I noticed at one point that laminated paper glue doesn't stick to very well, because I tried to laminate it, because I tried to glue it down to something and it didn't work. So I use it as my protective sheet. So I'm just going to grab out a piece of tape, yay long, seems about right. And I'm going to try and line it up with where, whoops, I'm going to try. I'm making a mess here. Okay, I'm going to try and line it up with the top line, right? So if you've already printed out the paper, you know exactly where the it's going to print. So there you go. You line up each one with where the print is. And I just taped my hair just in case somebody wanted to know why there's hair stuck to everything. I have long hair and it sticks to pretty much everything in the house. If there's not hair on it, there's glitter. All right, so you go like that. So we're gonna just tape all of the spots down so that the transparency is completely, well, mostly covered in tape. And all right, so I'm gonna fast forward through this so you can watch me going super speed. You can pretend like I'm the Flash or something, or you can just laugh at, you know, whatever. And this tape was too short. Okay, magically, this all got done. You must have looked away for at least a minute and a half and, you know, or I'm Flash. So you end up with something like this, and you can see the bottom print all the way to the top print. And basically it's just a print covered over in masking tape. But what I'm gonna do to save my printer is I'm gonna find my good scissors. I'm gonna cut really close to the edge here. And then the other side as well. Now, the thing that I'm going to tell you to do, my printer has a rear slot feeder. And what that means is that for pages, especially like this, the page can come in like this, get printed here, and then come out straight. Now, no, my husband's pizza is ready. I can smell it. It smells awesome. But if you've got a printer that does more of a path like this, where it comes in, rolls over, gets printed as it comes out, you've got to be especially careful that none of the tape is going to pop off. So it's really important to burnish the edge. I'm just doing it with my fingernail because, you know, getting up and getting an actual tool is just way, way too much work. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit this in your printer so that the masking tape side, oh, you're going to take off the bottom part too. That's a key consideration in this. And you might as well just see if you can take off the tape as opposed to, there you go. So you just end up with a paper like this. And make sure you burnish the edge, like I said. I'm just taking off the Scotch tape that I put on to keep the two pieces of paper together, just so that doesn't wreck. Because if tape gets stuck inside the printer, it's not good. So make sure you So these edges, I'm going to make sure that this goes on the side that goes through the printer last. And I'm going to put these ones on the side that goes through the printer first. So in my printer, I'm going to go the rear feed, and it's going to go kind of through like this. So here is one that I already did. Now, this is a different design. I can include this one on the printout too. We got a map. I kind of like the map one. That's really pretty. And blue and pink. And this one's actually gray, but it looks green with the yellowish background. And I kind of prefer it that way. And then we have some arrows and blue stripey thingies and gray chevrons. And this is a baby print. It doesn't look too babyish here, but, and see, we had some spillage of the gray over on the baby print. Bet you there's some more that have, see, this is before I got careful about where my tape went. All right, so now that you have this, I'm just going to show you how easy it is to come up. See, I just pull up a corner in this, and because it's on such a slick surface, you can just pull it off like this, and it won't pick up paper like it does if you stick it to anything else. So if you don't have this plastic, what you can do is print it on something that's pretty slick. I know some sticker paper, like full-size sticker paper, is pretty slick, and I bet you the tape would come off of that just as well as it would this stuff. So that's another option. I get my sticker paper from China, and it's like plasticized paper. It's really good. So anyway, here's what, I'll show you this one. This one's really faint, but it's pretty. And I'll show you another one. Let's see if I can get you my favorite one. Let's go with the mustaches. I mustache you a question. So, sort of faded, right? We don't get a really crisp, bright image on this. Now, I've seen masking tape, so see what that's like? It's a little faded. If you find masking tape that is clear white, I bet you it would be quite a bit brighter than this. Anyway, there's the masking tapes tutorial. You run this through the printer with this file, and you'll end up with something like this. Anyway, see you later. Okay, so I'm done. Oh, I'm gonna go get myself a straw. Hang on. Walking. Right? Because everyone knows you need a straw when you're gonna craft, just in case a Diet Coke shows up and you're forced to drink it. So this is the original on paper, and here it is on the washi tape. See how it's faded? Like, I mean, it's see-through, so it would be faded a bit, but it's just, I think diffused is the right word, because masking tape is cloth and it just doesn't get the colors quite as sharp. But I think the tapes are wonderful. Now look at this one over here. I'm really happy with this one, but this one, it's got that olive green in it. I'm not sure I like that as much. So if I was going to do this again, I'd tint it more towards, I guess, the blue side to get it farther here. You know what I mean? And the colors on everything else, I like them. Like, I mean, everything else is tinted very much towards the yellow side. So, how do you store these, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. Someone I saw just collected, you know, I think this is a McDonald's straw, and they just go like this. Well, you know, they kind of go like this. Take off the corner, pull it right off. Now, if you pull straight down, close to this, you will have less likelihood of ripping it. And then you just put it down like this, and we're gonna do a bit of a start and a roll, and then we're gonna straighten the rest out. So, you know, start from the center, I guess. It's a good enough strategy. And here we go. We're gonna, masking tape is very forgiving. It will live through catching itself. Some tapes, like duct tape, if you catch duct tape on itself, oh my heavens, you might as well throw a bunch of it in the garbage, because duct tape doesn't like to let go once it's got another piece of duct tape caught. There we go. So there we have it. So you just roll it up like that. And, you know, you do all of them, and then you have washi tape for the next project you have. My problem is always remembering to pull out the washi tape. So, because I mostly go with very plain cards, and I have all these beautiful embellishments, and I really only bring them out for the kids to use because I'm never sure which colors and which styles and which embellishments go on what. But my kids sure love that. So you do it like that, and you end up, and you put all of them on there. And of course I have the ones from before that I haven't rolled up. And then you have a straw of tape. Do you remember those straws they used to have when you were a kid? And they were filled with like basically sugar? Those were awesome.